Welcome to another Spreadsheeters video guide. You can find written instructions for these steps on the Spreadsheeters website. In this video, we'll see how to remove grid lines in Excel for specific cells. As a spreadsheet application, the workspace in Excel is in the form of a grid of cells made up of rows and columns. By default, the grid lines are faintly visible because this helps you understand where the cells are and how the rows and columns are laid out. It is possible to disable the grid lines, meaning remove them just from the view. The grid, of course, remains. But there may be a case where you want to remove the grid lines only for specific cells. The option to disable the view of grid lines applies to the entire worksheet. So in this example, I have a graph, and because of the way that the graph has a grid, it does not look neat, or it doesn't stand out because the grid lines are visible. So I want to disable the grid lines only for the cells surrounding the graph. So there are two ways of doing this. These are workarounds. This is what I'll do is I select the cells around the graph, right click and say format cells. And here what I'm going to do is change the border color of the cells. So I'll change the color to white since the background of the worksheet is white. And then select the outline and the inside borders. Of course, being white, it is not visible here. But then once we say OK and come out, you can see that the grid lines are not visible. So the grid lines have not been removed. It's just that the cell borders have been changed to white. So this is one way. Control Z to undo that change. The second way is again to use the Format Cells window. But here I will use the Fill option and opt to fill all the cells with white. And say OK. So when that is done, that has the same effect as changing the border color. And what has happened is all the cells are filled with white. The background color has been changed to white. And that has the same effect of making them the grid lines not visible. So this is how to remove grid lines in Excel for specific cells. Please read the appended article for further guidance.